All right, and now we are on to part 2 of the Beware haul for my beginning sewing adventures with bras. This is the Amethyst kit. They actually, all of these kits came wrapped up together, like folded, where they had like layers of the fabric and then folded like that, so you could actually see kind of what the bra would look like. I've taken everything out because that's what I do. This, I would have bought the plain one. I just really liked the color of the fabric in this one. But this is the Amethyst kit with lace, if you didn't hear that. But this one was actually the same price whether or not you got it with lace or not. So why not take the extra lace, I say, because the fabric is the same size. So I got a kit cut of white power mesh to add to my stash. I've got some kind of satin, there's no stretch to it, so I could just make a solid cup or anything else out of it in this kind of amethyst purple, which is really pretty. And this doesn't look like they would necessarily go together until you see one on top of the other, because when I saw them side by side, I didn't particularly like them. But then when you put it on top of it, it's actually not bad at all for matching. So don't always question them, I say. I've got a huge piece. I think it was 1.5 meters of this purple lace, and it's nice and wide. It's got a little stretch to it, so I could do the whole bra or underwear out of this, probably multiple bras. I've kind of looked at not only do the kit cuts of power mesh, are they really large, but the bra fabric parts are also really, really large. So, you know, you could be like a 50K and make a bra out of these kits. They're huge. And, you know, if you're really small, like a C or a B cup, I can't even imagine how many bras you can get out of this. Obviously, the cradle part of the bra is going to be roughly the same size, regardless of what size you are. Band size, obviously, will be impacted, but, you know, if you're a 30B versus a 30, you know, K, the cradle's roughly going to take up the same amount of fabric. The cups are going to change. But then you have to deal with like kind of fussy cutting as well. So, but I mean, eyeballing it, I'm thinking probably 2 or 3 bras easily out of each of these fabric cuts, which is really nice. Now I goofed. So these are the Findings kits that also come. They come with all of the same stuff, plus this one does have it. I'll show you with a different one though, that has colors. I hate white, so this will automatically be relegated to the tester bra. But I ordered the 15mm 2x3 because I knew I wanted a 2x3. And they have 3 different sizes. I think it was 12mm 2x3, then they had the 15mm in the 2x3 or the 3x3, and then it was 18mm, I believe, with only the 3x3. If I were to buy another kit from them, I would go ahead and do the 18s and then just buy extra hooks from Bra Builders. And just get the 2x2s because I like their hooks better anyway. But I'm finding a lot of these are going to be a little bit smaller than what I would like them to be. But maybe I'll change my mind once I use them. But yeah, I think if I buy another kit, I'll just go with the bigger size and then swap out the hook and eyes. But these are great for practice. There's several whites in this kit, or the kits that I bought anyway. And I'm going to need something to practice with, and I'm totally fine with, you know, again, because a lot of these I can make 2 or 3 bras out of, you know, doing a first run in, you know, the smaller elastics, and maybe I'll find I like them better. You never know. Let's see which one next. I'm going to do the girliest one I bought. I think again, it was just because it was gray that I literally had kittens. Now this one was much more expensive than the other kits. A lot of these other kits that I'm going to show you up next, I think all of them actually were in like the $23 range. It's going to vary obviously with currency conversion. The other purple lace kit I think was like 28, and this one was like 31-ish. Again, it's going to vary. But this one was considerably more expensive. It's the Flora kit. Again, I made the mistake, or you know, it's the first time I ever bought them, so I'm not unhappy. I'm probably just going to, in the future, order a lot of my Findings kits in a bigger size and swap out the hook and eyes, and or use Finding kits from Bra Builders. These are great to practice with. Again, I have nothing, so I'm starting from nothing. So, and actually I bought an extra hook and eye in gray from Bra Builders because this kit was only available in the 15mm 3x3. So I bought it, and I bought an extra hook and eye, and then they sent me the 2x2 anyway. So that was lovely of them. This one has got silver sliders. It actually came with some of the, what is it? Shoot, I forget. They used to talk about this in diaper sewing and stuff, but it's got the clear elastic, which I don't know if I need it, but you know, having lots of little extra findings for bra making supplies always comes in handy. And this one's unpacked in an actual color. So these straps are not too bad, and I measured one of these out, and I could totally get a band and 2 straps out of this, which maybe I might do. Because, let me grab one of these other kits here. I've held these up to the Marcy, which I'm using as my litmus test of what I like versus what the patterns call for, because I don't live that life. So this is the underband elastic that I ordered, and it's slightly bigger than the Marcy, or at least maybe not. Maybe mine's gotten stretched out at this point. But this is the underband elastic, this one, that came with my kits, and you can see it's substantially smaller, and I'm worried that is way too narrow for all of the poor weight that my bra band has to go under. So I really would prefer this thicker, and that's why I regret, that's literally the only reason I regret buying the 15mm kits, which is fine. I may end up having a lot of extra and can get more than one bra out of these, I don't know. And I did measure the strap with the kits, and I could totally use the strap as a bra band, but who knows, I may find I like a thinner one. I've certainly never had a bra with this thin of an elastic on the underband, because you know, once you get above like a G cup, they put you in the granny bras. They've also got, oh, this one didn't come with it, I'll show you another kit for that. The trim elastic, again, it kind of just goes under the, I mean, there's literally like, at least on the Marcy, the piece is like this big. So that'll obviously do multiple bras, so it's nice to have extra. So once you've done a few, once I've gotten through some of this stuff, I imagine I'm just gonna be buying underband elastic, strap elastic, and hook and eyes, and maybe channeling, just depending on, you know, because there's gonna be extra. Even with a 30 double H, there's gonna be extra, certainly of stuff like this. But this is the trim that kind of goes from the edge of the cup over to the power mesh. So there's that. I'm just making a big old mess over here. So this one also came with gray power mesh. So I've got even more gray power mesh. Yay for me. Again, I'm gonna have enough to make umpteen million bras, and I'm cool with that, because that way if I screw up 5 or 6 or 7 or 12, although I do pretty well with first runs of things, bras might be totally different. I'm preparing for that eventuality. I don't know if mentally I'll be prepared to fail that many times, but you know, we'll do our best. It came with some plain white sheer cup lining, which, you know, you can always use. I hate white, so anything that's white's probably going to get used on the first couple runs of anything. Hate it. I think just because I got stuck in white and maybe a black bra. But it came with this beautiful gray lace, and I think that's why I kind of went fangirl on it. I'm worried with how long it is, how well it'll fit on bra cups. I don't know. That's why I'm excited to have that giant grab bag of lace that I got for freaking $5. That still amazes me. And they had another grab bag for like 20 bucks. That thing was coming like a Santa sack. I don't even know. And then it also came with this gorgeous, which I think is why it's much more expensive. It's got like a little bit of a stretch satin, and I literally just want to wrap myself in this and hide from the world. And it's pink, and I don't even care. But it's gorgeous. Now, if only it came in purple or blue, but you can see it's really very lovely. So I'm excited. I'll probably wait. But again, this is doubled over, and it's wide and it's huge. It's like 2 meters, I think, or pretty close to it. There's a lot of it. So I could probably screw up a couple times and still be okay, just on this kit. So don't worry if you're buying a kit and you have a bigger size, or, you know, if you have a smaller size, I would completely, other than the hook and eye and maybe some of the findings, I would just assume that you can get more than one, for sure, more than one bra out of each kit. So awesome. I think this is the last one. I think it was like 2 of these. I got the last one in each kit. I don't know if they're gonna restock or not. Oh, lovely, my hair's in the back, cool. This is the Lollipop kit, again, same size, regrets. So I got the same kind of findings as I did before. You know, about half of them are usable, half of them I think are gonna be too narrow. So it is what it is. But this one actually had an additional elastic, which I think they refer to as neckline elastic. So the very top of a bra, perhaps, if you need reinforcement, and it's a fabric cup bra. And it's actually kind of perfect for the Jessica pattern, or actually the Angie as well, because they don't call for lace by default. So this is kind of where you can sew up at the top of the cup to keep it from stretching out of shape. Plain silver findings, navy blue. This one actually even came with a little bow, which is pretty cool. Again, I'll probably just chuck it to the side, not my jam. So it came with those findings. I'm not gonna unbox, like this one just happened to be loose. Some of them are bagged and some of them are loose. So now I have some navy power net to work with, so that's fun. And this is honestly probably my least favorite, but it was fairly inexpensive and I liked how bright and colorful. I might even try to find some mint findings at some point from Bra Builders. I know they have mint. But this is the cup fabric, and it's kind of like almost like a swimsuit feeling polyester satiny, and then it's also got the sheer cup lining. I don't know if it'll actually show up. On the inside, it's fused, so there's no stretch. I mean, there's a smidge on the cross, but that's, I mean, woven fabric for you in general. And I just like to show how big this sucker is, right? It's this wide, and it's like, I swear, it's like almost a meter by a meter. It's pretty large. So this is it folded in 4s for the camera, and this is one of my cut pieces, and the other one's slightly bigger. So I could probably get close to 4 bras out of this, just depending. The cradle's gonna take a fair bit, so you know, for sure 2, probably closer to 3. And if you were a smaller cup size, you know, you're looking at 2-3 bras, without a doubt. So there's that kit. I'm running out of room for sure. More copy. This is the Beware Special. It didn't really have a name. I think this is one of the other ones that might be sold out as well. I think. Oh, I know for sure one of them. So this one also came, this one came with kind of these beigey colored sliders, which is kind of nice because it matches the fabric. So that's a little different. And then these are, did I open one? I did open one, didn't I? Yes. These are the hook and eyes that I was talking about. So they've got kind of that felty material right here. And then on the back, you kind of see, and this is what I'm used to. Most bras have this, right? I feel like these are way, like, more cushiony and almost feel more luxurious, and they have a slightly longer tail than that one. See them side by side, right? They get a little bit more, so that, you know, a lot of times, you know, 20 years ago, they would end like right here, and then when your hook and eye was in here, the edge of the hook would actually scratch your skin, especially if it was really snug. So having this extra buffer is really nice. And I've noticed in the last few years more bras do this, and this one has a fairly decent tail. I mean, it's not super short, but compared to this one, so I'm really, no shade to Beware. I don't know what their options are even, you know, they're in Sweden. They're fantastic for materials. They're fantastic for power net. And the kits are great. I wish I'd bought the slightly bigger ones, but whatever. But these are really, really nice. So if in doubt, you know, and you want hook and eyes, I would totally go to Bra Builders because I really like the quality. But these are totally good. I mean, they're not, there's no shade to them. They're great. Also got the same kind of findings. We got strap elastic, underwire channeling, bra band, kind of the underwire, like a smaller picot trim. I call it armpit elastic, And then this one also came with some of the extra trim, neckline trim. And there's a couple different variations on the kind of lace to it. That one's kind of, some of them are lacier than others. So it's kind of cool. There's a little bit of variation on the ones I've gotten. Black power mesh, this is folded in half. A couple bras worth for sure. This one is the same, all the remaining kits, the remaining 2 kits, plus this one are all the same, where they've got the kind of laminated, it's got sheer cup on the inside, no stretch, and then it's got, it kind of feels like kind of a satiny swimwear feeling. But again, this is a huge piece of fabric. Like, seriously. I'm gonna fold it in quarters again, just to make it easier on myself. But that's the material folded in quarters. These are my hands, right? It's big. So, you know, I think even a larger cup bra, you're gonna get some extra material for sure to work with. So that's nice, because if you screw something up, because I mean, I've never cut, you know, 2 pieces that were supposed to be mirror imaged and goofed and cut the same. But also, if you're careful, you know, you can get a couple bras out of these. So you know, I'm all about value for money, right? So making bras is not going to be a hell of a lot cheaper than buying them. I'm making them because I've gotten to the point where they stopped making the one thing that did kind of work for me, and I'm at the point in my life where I enjoy sewing bespoke goods. So like, I make pants for my youngest son because he doesn't fit into store pants. He's roughly a 26-inch waist and 34 to 36-inch length. I have the same problem. I'm not that tall, I'm 5'9", but I'm all leg, so pants tend to be too short. I need longs, talls, whatever. And they, you know, there's not a lot of options for that sort of thing. So when I do sew, it's because I want something that fits me specifically, or it's something I can't buy. So I'm actually really looking forward to making something bespoke for myself. I'm going to use that term because it just sounds fancier. But also because what I can buy now is problematic, and I'm just so tired of, you know, the revolving door of bras, just trying to find one thing that drives me nuts, and then they'll fit fine. When I try them on, they feel fine, and then by like noon, I literally want to like claw my eyes out. The big problem, and I'm obviously wearing a Marcy now that, you know, has seen better days. The problem I find for me with every other bra I've tried on, with the exception of the Clio ones, is number one, it would push me down and it would push me out. And it didn't matter. I've tried every variation of bras that I could find at one point. Obviously there are some new ones, but I mean, I went through 2 or 3 years where I probably purchased at least 50 bras before I stumbled upon the fact that I could hit consistently with Clio and they would fit and they would give me a good shape. And I had some fit quibbles, like the Marcy in particular. One of the things I'm hoping that the underwire will fix without me having to change, but if I have to, I will, is like, it's right, here's my armpit and the strap is right here. I mean, they're right in my armpits. I would move them over ½ an inch. But with moving the underwire to a narrower one, that may just fix itself. So, but I'm looking forward to making something that fits me and I can customize it. And I don't really do a lot of sewing for myself, but my kids are older now. And they're occupied doing their own thing now, so I have more free time. And they're, you know, 15 and 18, so they don't really want their mom sewing for them all the time anymore. So it'll be fun. I'm excited. This is the black and white kit. Same exact size again. So, you know, regrets. I probably should have bought 2 different sizes, but, you know, whatever. And, oh, I'm missing a slider. Oh, wait, here it is. It escaped. It was the escapee slider, but I found him, and he's mine now. There he goes. So we got black, rings and sliders, pretty basic. We got black, underwire, elastic paneling, neckline elastic, more picot, more hook and eyes, same stuff. We got black power mesh. Like I said, between the stuff that I bought and the stuff that I got in these kits, this is the sort of thing where I like a bold pattern, but then I would love to do, I don't know, you know, even something like this where I do like a red I mean, this is this kind of pinky scarlet color, but like a red trim to it, you know, because you will barely see the elastic, you'll see the straps, and then everything else will be kind of hidden in here. But I would do a red, I would do a purple, maybe, you know, blue or something, I don't know. But like, that's kind of the details that I like when it comes to fashion. I don't like it too fussy, but I like the bright colors and the contrast. I'm making such a huge mess. And 20 minutes in, third video, we are at the end. Did I go nuts? Yes. Am I nuts? Yes. Do I care? Not at all. So this is the Marta, and I think this is actually my favorite one. I waffled on it a few times when I was kind of doing my virtual shopping. I took it out a couple times thinking no, and then when I got it in person, I think this might be my favorite one just because it's very quintessential me. We got some kind of black cherry, or at least I'm using the Bra Builders colors, kind of their black cherry findings. So when I do order findings for this in the future, I'll probably order black cherry. Standard black hook and eye, white underwire channeling, which is funny that they did so many colors for this kit. And then these, the Picos for the underwire, or underband, underarm strap, and they gave us some fancy little neckline elastic in this one too, are kind of that black cherry color. So that's probably what I'll end up doing in the future when I buy replacement findings. We got some more black power mesh because we needed some, of course. And this is again the same material. It's got that, I'm worried about sewing it because it is fairly thick. But you know, I like this sort of material. I'll enjoy this sort of bra. So we will figure out how to sew it. Same thing though, it's not stretchy. It's got that kind of satiny swimwear feeling to it. But isn't that lovely? Like I kind of, oops, fuzzy bits. I just kind of love how, you know, mid-century modern kind of art to it. I even, like, orange and yellow are not my favorite, but I even kind of love the orange. So maybe this is, you know, something I could pick up with an orange. I don't know. Probably not, because I don't really like orange, but. And yeah, I bought kind of an orangey elastic. Don't know why. Probably because I really love the poppy color. But, you know, I just kind of loved how bright and vibrant. I love kind of this black cherry red is one of my favorite colors. I like jewel tones in general. But, you know, I like the fabric. And again, you know, there should be enough to do plenty for any size bra and plenty more potentially for two. So I'm really excited about that. And now that I've got everything deconstructed, I'm going to organize my sewing cabinet. I kind of put a like to like together because I may decide I don't want to do black. I want to do hot pink power mesh with this, or I might buy some black cherry, or hell, I might do white. I don't know. You know, so I'm probably going to leave all my cut fabrics together and just kind of pick and choose. Because I like, you know, I think people buy kits because they want it you know, determined for them, and easy to kind of everything already picked out and everything you need in one go. I like that aspect, but generally I just liked these fabrics and I needed supplies because I have nothing. So my hand totally looks like it's dirty in the shadow. I don't have ADD, not me. But, you know, I kind of like to have a variety of things to pick or choose from. So, you know, I may not feel inspired until I open my drawer and go, you know what, it's time to cut into that. Or I didn't like this with the color I had initially, but I'm gonna make it with, I don't know, navy blue. I don't know, I'll get a wild hair up my ass. That's kind of how I sew currently, so I'm gonna indulge in that with bra sewing, and that may change in the future. But yeah, so I got 6 kits. I got a ton of power mesh, and obviously lots of extra findings that I'll probably end up not using for the finished bras, but probably for practice bras along the way. And I'm glad that, at least fabric-wise, I'll probably have enough to do 2 in each. So if I do screw one up or I do miscut, I'll have extra. Or if I just really love the bra and want to make a second one at some point, that'll be cool too. Will this stop me from buying more? Nope. I don't have a fabric problem, not at all. Don't look in my closet, please. I'm loath for the day that I eventually move from this house because I have an entire closet full of just knit fabric. A lot of it very juvenile because I never got around to sewing it when my kids were young. So about that. But you know, I think we all suffer from that as sewists. I'm staring at the wall that's covered in different colors of thread, and then I've got lots of laces and notions to the side. You know, it's just good, and you know, it doesn't go bad. I can have this fabric for 20 years and make a bra today and make a bra 20 years from now if that's what floats my boat. So I don't know if the power mesh and the elastics will last that long, but the fabric will, and that's the important part. But yeah, so this is all from Bewear. It's from Sweden. I'm in Texas, and it took it. So they were ill with like COVID and stuff, and it, you know, I ordered it mid-January, I want to say. I know it shipped out on my my kid's birthday at the end of January, and it took a little over 2 weeks. I think it was like 15 days to get here. I literally was like staring at my, you know, they say they're going to send you tracking numbers, but I never got one, and I've heard other people never get them either. It just magically showed up one day, and that's kind of what happened with me. I think that's probably a fact of the shipping to the US. But I mean, all in all, fairly quick. The shipping was really high. So for everything I got shipped from Bewear, it was like $50, I want to say. So I spent around $300. The kits were fairly inexpensive. It was the shipping that was high. They do actually have an Etsy shop. So I don't know if I didn't really look to see if the shipping was more reasonable on the Etsy shop versus doing it from their website if you're in the US. But I mean, low-key, I got this giant box that was jammed packed. I got all the power mesh, all the laces, all the kits, that lace grab bag for $5. So totally worth it. It's just a bit of a wait. So I'll probably wait until I have like 2 or 3 kits worth of, you know, fabrics that I really want, or a couple laces, you know, but I could see myself ordering from them maybe once a year, to pick up new ones like these. Bewear, I got 11 of the finding kits, not these, that's 11 of the finding kits and a bunch of power mesh. What else? Oh, the extra sliders. I think I spent $120 with shipping, because each of these finding kits were basically $11, and I got 11. And then the sliders and the rings and the power mesh were fairly inexpensive. Oh, it would have been 200 bucks, yeah. Because these were $11 and I got 11 of them, except for the black. The black would have been cheaper. And then the sheer cup lining was, I want to say like $6 for half a yard, somewhere in that neighborhood. So I almost spent double at Bewear, and I got a ton of stuff. So, you know, even with the shipping, but I would say the elastic kits, even the custom dyed ones, were actually cheaper than the kits, the standalone finding kits from Bewear. So I think these ran $12-ish when you bought them separately, because I was originally picking out extra finding kits, and I'm glad I didn't, just because I didn't realize the elastic. I just kind of went with, you know, the biggest kit that they offered with the 2x2s, or 2x3s. So, but even with the custom color dyes from Bra Builders, these were $11 and these were roughly $12. If you pick one of their current colors, it's like $9. And again, it's cheaper if you buy the narrower elastics too. I didn't price it out. So for me, it was $11 for the custom with the widest elastic and the widest straps. And then obviously the shipping's cheaper from Bra Builders because they're from almost my home neighborhood in Wisconsin. They're in Baraboo, Wisconsin. And I grew up just south of Wisconsin border. So I do enjoy my cheese curds. But these are perfectly good. I'm not knocking them. but these were cheaper and had better quality, and their sheer cup lining was just a smidge bit cheaper, and you can actually get the sheer cup lining custom dyed. So if you're like me and actually just want to do a straight sheer cup bra, you can get it dyed in any color you want. But when it comes to, I think, original fabrics and the kits, Bra Builders has, Bewear has Bra Builders beat, because the Bra Builders kits were like $40-ish, and these were like 20. So it just kind of depends on what you're looking for. But for starting out, that's kind of what I found, was that Bra Builders had the better findings kits and the better sheer cup, the power mesh and kits. I chose to get from Bewear. And then there's a lot of places to get underwires. I'm still kind of toying with what I'm going to end up using. But I got those from Porcelain and from Emerald Erin. I think if you're a smaller cup size, Emerald Erin is definitely a good place to go. And she has some gorgeous kits, but they are crazy expensive. I don't know if I could bring myself to spend $50 for a bra kit. That's a lot of money. But I will probably, at some point, when I feel like my skills are up to par, I probably will cut and decide to do that for myself as well. But hopefully I will be back on this channel. I created a new channel just for this. Hopefully I'll be back on this channel in the future, showing off some finished products and what I found worked or didn't work. I was really excited to find out that I had some feet that people suggested with my new machine, so that was a neat discovery. I didn't have to buy anything. And I'll probably show off some of my finished products that are non-bra related, like the pilot cap that I wanted to work on. I just did a whole bunch of baby clothes. They were really adorable. I took photos for my cousin's kid. All of my cousins are like 10+ years younger than I am, so they're all just now having babies, and my kids are nearly grown, so it was kind of a nice thing to try. I wish I had sewn baby clothes when my kids were little, but I did not. I didn't start until my kids were like 2 and 5. I had sewn, but I had never owned a sewing machine. I just couldn't afford it. And so yeah, a lot of this is newer, and I kind of sew by necessity. So I'm using this as my necessity to sew, but also I'm looking forward to doing something kind of fun with it. So enjoy the haul, I guess.